Microexpression detection. Sometimes people say one thing, but feel something else. For a split second, their real emotion appears. These are called microexpressions, tiny facial movements that happen in milliseconds. They can reveal hidden emotions like fear, anger, or discomfort. Psychologists study these to understand when emotions leak through, and if you learn to spot them, you might notice when words don't match feelings.
Body language detection. Sometimes people don't show emotions with words, but with their body. Crossed arms, turning away, or stiff posture can signal discomfort. Small movements, like shifting weight, can reveal nervousness. But these signs don't always mean someone is lying. Instead, observers look for changes in behavior. Over time, noticing body language can help you understand hidden emotions. Voice stress detection. Sometimes you can hear stress even if you can't see it. When people feel stressed, their voice can change. They might speak faster, slower, or pause in unusual places. Pitch, tone, and rhythm can also shift under pressure. Investigators often listen for these subtle vocal clues because when the brain feels stress, sometimes the voice reveals it. Eye movement detection. Sometimes the eyes reveal more than words. When people feel uneasy, their eyes may move differently. They might blink more, look away, or avoid eye contact. But eye movement is different for everyone, so observers compare behavior to what's normal for that person, because sudden changes often reveal hidden emotions. Baseline behavior detection. To detect unusual behavior, first you need to know what's normal. This is called a baseline, how someone normally acts. Once you know the baseline, changes become easier to notice. A calm person becoming tense or suddenly talkative may signal discomfort. This method is often used during interviews because once you know what's normal, unusual behavior stands out. Verbal inconsistency detection. Sometimes the truth isn't revealed by emotions, but by contradictions. A person might tell a story, but later change small details. They may skip parts or give vague explanations. Person with this ability compare what was said with what's said later. Inconsistencies often appear when someone tries to maintain a made-up story. Because when details stop matching, the story starts to fall apart. Emotional leakage detection. Sometimes people try to hide their emotions, but tiny clues still appear. A quick smile, a tightening jaw, or a sudden pause. These are called emotional leakage when real feelings slip through. The brain processes emotions faster than conscious control, so even when someone tries to hide feelings, small signals appear. Person with this ability, noticing these signals, they reveal hidden reactions. Cognitive load detection. People with this ability can tell when someone is thinking too hard. Lying often requires more mental effort than telling the truth. They might take longer to answer or repeat the question. Conversation may become less smooth with hesitation or confusion. These signs can suggest the brain is working harder. When mental strain increases, hidden stress can become visible. Gesture mismatch detection. Sometimes people say one thing, but their body says something completely different, like nodding yes while saying no, or claiming confidence while showing nervous body language. These small mismatches are called gesture mismatches. When words and body don't match, people often sense something is off. That's why reading gestures can reveal more than words. Silence and pause detection. Sometimes, silence says more than words. When someone pauses longer than expected, it can reveal hesitation. People often pause when they are carefully choosing what to say. The timing of silence matters. Even a few seconds can feel unusual. These silent moments may signal uncertainty or tension. That's why people with this ability can reveal what words don't show.
Facial tension detection. Sometimes people smile, but their face tells a different story. Tightened lips can appear when someone feels uncomfortable, even if they look calm. A clenched jaw is another small sign, showing hidden stress or tension. Sometimes facial muscles briefly stiffen before returning to normal. These small changes happen quickly, but people with this ability often notice them. Facial tension can reveal hidden emotions, even when words stay calm.
Behavioral shift detection. Sometimes people suddenly change how they act. A relaxed person may suddenly become quiet when a sensitive topic appears. Sudden defensiveness can signal a behavioral shift. Some people become unusually animated, trying to control the conversation. People with this ability compare behavior before and after the change. These sudden shifts may reveal discomfort or hidden emotions. Detail avoidance detection. Sometimes people answer questions without actually giving answers. Instead of specifics, they give vague replies. They may avoid timelines or skip important details. When details disappear, explanations become unclear. People with this ability knows when someone wants to avoid contradictions. That's why vague answers sometimes reveal more than detailed ones.
Overcompensation detection. Sometimes people try too hard to sound convincing. They may show exaggerated confidence, even for simple questions. They might also provide too much detail, more than expected. Overconfidence and excessive detail can stand out. Sometimes the effort to seem believable becomes noticeable. People with this ability can reveal more than intended. Consistency over time detection. Sometimes the truth reveals itself over time. Truthful stories usually stay consistent, even days later, but fabricated stories may begin to shift. People with this ability compare details across conversations. Over time, inconsistencies become easier to notice. That's why consistency over time often reveals the truth. Intuition-based detection. Sometimes you just feel something is off, even when nothing looks wrong. Your brain quietly picks up small clues without you even noticing. Maybe their voice sounds different, or their movements seem unusual. This is called intuition, your subconscious connecting patterns. Intuition isn't always perfect, but it often comes from experience. So when something feels off, your mind might be noticing more than you realize.